All right, I'm gonna talk about first in, first out. So this is an example of what I did today, March 3rd. I sold 100 shares of the Directions Junior Gold funds. So basically this fund follows gold. You have this sell today, 51 shares and 49 shares. So that's a total of 100 shares. Sold it at 72.50. So if you go back in time, last July, I had bought some at $72.35. Generally, I like to purchase about $10,000 at a time. I didn't have a real warm and fuzzy feeling about it, so I just went with 100 shares. And sure enough, I was right. The market dropped. And it was at 56, which was a 22% drop for gold. And I figured, heck, might as well buy some at that much of a drop. And then 2 months later, it was going back up and going against all logic. I bought more shares thinking it's going to go back up to 80 or something. And I'm always more afraid to lose. No, I'm always more afraid that I'm not going to make money than I am of losing money. So I didn't want to miss out, and I bought 100 shares at 67. Then the market tanked and it went way down. And then it came back up to 72.50. And I had an order to sell because I want to wipe out my first purchase. So when I did my sell, I have to apply for a first in, first out. And when I apply for first in, first out, it removes this one. So it kind of washes that. It's basically the same price. So I don't really have any gains to write off on my taxes. I don't want to do a cost basis and have her average it out, because then I would have taxes I would be liable for. I would rather hold on to these purchases and hold on to it for a year, 2 years, and see if I can make some money on the gold. But in the meantime, I freed up another $7,000 in cash so I can buy something else. Or if gold goes back down to 50, maybe I will buy more. So if you take a look at the fund here, you might wonder, why did I even buy? What inspired me to buy at 70 in the first place? So the 3-month chart right now, you can see that it was down to, if you look in the top left corner, it says 47.92. It had gotten all the way down to $47.92, which I wish I had a crystal ball to tell me buy more now, because it's going to fly back to 72. That would have been great, but I didn't. I had already had the 3 buys, and sometimes you can't just reach out and grab a falling knife. So sometimes you got to just kind of let it do its thing. But you can see from January 28th to March 3rd, just like a month later, it had quite a significant jump. And since it had such a jump from 47 all the way up to 72, over 20-some%, I figured I better lock in the 72. And again, I did that because I'm wiping this out. I own currently 200 shares. This 100 shares got sold on this amount. I have no tax liability. I'm able to hold on to my 200 shares. I've got my $10,000 I wanted invested in the first place, and just want to see how I do in a year or two. If you go back 6 months, see, it was at 82. It probably, let's see, when my purchase was 719. So back longer than this, 1 year ago, July 19th. See, July 19th looked like it was pretty low. If you slide this chart over, look how high it was. This thing was all the way up to $137. So buying at 72, I was like at a 50% drop, thinking that, hey, 50% drop, this looks like a good opportunity to buy. And then it kept dropping more. So I bought some more on 923. So if you go to 923, see, it looks like it's on an all-time low right there. And then it kept going some more. Or no, actually, Yeah, it did go down more, and then it went back up. What did I have it? November 23rd? 23rd? Yeah, November 23rd. Let's go 3 months. Oh, that's too far. Back here, November 23rd. Looked like another significant drop. And again, I'm looking at 50% below the high, so I'm accumulating now. And my gut really tells me it's going back to 80. And I kind of didn't want to sell. I wanted to get it back to up around here at 80, 85 is what I was thinking it was going to go to. But if the market turns around and tanks, I'm going to regret not taking profits off the table, or at least locking in the 72 so that I'm only holding these 200 shares. So for me, the gamble would be to hold on to that. Again, my gut's telling me it's going to 80, 85, and I'm probably going to wish I didn't do this, but at least now I sell this, get rid of that purchase. It's like it never happened, and I want to hold on for 366 days and see if I can get any purchases. By the way, the 22% means from 72 to 56 was a 22% drop, so that's why I bought. 67 was up. Really should, defies all logic, I should have been selling and then buying more, but I didn't. So that's why I guess I felt like I needed to sell that 72.50 and lock it in. All right, so that's my little tidbit on how to apply first in, first out, and why I accumulate. If I would have bet all this money on July 19th that I had, if I put it all in there, I would have gotten back to zero today. It would have took me all this time to just get all my money back. Accumulating gives me an opportunity to buy at different prices, and right now these can't be right. Right now I've got whatever my gains are. I'm up from 56 and up from 67 to 72.50 as of right now. In fact, as I'm looking at this, I'm already having seller's remorse. It's at $74 in aftermarket, so I guess I could have held on for 74, but we'll see. We'll see if it goes to 85 or not. All right, so you can use your first in, first outs to help offset any tax liabilities.